The soon-to-be incarcerated Steve Bannon, who we learned this week is not going to be going to a club-fed type prison and instead could possibly end up on Rikers Island. But either way, Steve Bannon this past weekend during his speech at the Turning Point USA conference actually gave us a partial list of names of the people that Donald Trump is going to be seeking retribution from if he gets back into the White House after this year's election. Here is what Bannon had to say on, I believe it was either Saturday or Sunday. Saturday. He said, "We're coming after Lisa Monaco, Merrick Garland, and the senior members of DOJ that are prosecuting President Trump. Jack Smith, and this is not about vengeance. This is not about revenge. This is not about retribution. This is about saving this republic. We're going to use the Constitution and the rule of law to go after you and hold you accountable." He then, of course, told the cheering crowd to give it all on the battlefield and that a Trump win in November would either be victory or death. So he's using this, warrior-like language, give it all on the battlefield, victory or death, which, of course, is the kind of language that sparks these crazy people to do crazy things. But most importantly, Steve Bannon, as I said, just gave us the start of the list of people that Donald Trump is going to attack via prosecution if he gets back into the White House. These people have not broken the law. Attorney General Merrick Garland, Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, and of course Special Prosecutor Jack Smith, they have not broken the law in any way possible. Okay, you may not like them, you may not like that they're going after Donald Trump, but that doesn't mean that they have violated his constitutional rights. It does not mean that they have somehow skirted any law in this country. They're doing their jobs. You don't like their jobs, I get it. But that's the way it is. When they tell you who they are going to go after, when they already have an enemies list, which is what this is, that is so exceptionally dangerous. And it still blows my mind how any independent person in this country can still look at stuff like this and say, you know what, I still don't know. Maybe I'll vote for the retribution guy. Maybe I'll vote for Biden, but maybe I'll go for the guy who wants to use the White House as his personal tool for revenge. I don't know. There's not much difference between the two of them, right? Because that's what the dumbasses say. And let's be real. If you're saying there's no difference between Trump and Biden, you're a dumbass. Sorry, somebody had to say it, and I had to be the one to say it. But you are. This is what we're up against on that other side. These people have no interest in legislating. They have no interest in making your life better. All they want to do is retake the White House and go after the people that have pissed them off for the last 3 years. So if you're still on the fence, maybe you ought to start paying a little bit of attention to what's actually happening in this country, because it's not good. What's happening over on the right is that these people, whether it's in Congress, the Senate, or the folks at the Trump campaign and his allies like Steve Bannon, they don't care about policy. They don't care about anything other than grabbing onto that power and using it to make people suffer.